Good afternoon. Thank you for hosting and allowing us to be heard. My name is Paul Sanchez, and all of us here today have been due paying members for up to 20 years. At their core, unions exist to negotiate employment contracts, contracts that secure fair wages and protect the hard earned benefits we've built over time. I am speaking on behalf of all of us who believe in that purpose and who continue to stand in support of that mission. Managers are authorized to make plans and make sure organizational goals are met. Leadership lifts people up and empowers their future. Right now, our union is being managed, but not led. And that failure of leadership has pushed this organization into crisis. We've watched our benefits erode, our pay fall further behind the cost of living, and now a betrayal. So, those of us who rely on you, we ask, have you done everything possible to preserve our voice in the negotiations to come? To understand why filling this leadership gap is critical, we will address the undisputed facts, the impact of OCEA's misconduct on its members, and a cure moving forward. Since July 15th, 1977, employees in the Community Services Bargaining Unit earned a crucial benefit, annual leave. For 42 years, it remained untouched. Employees accrued 152 hours per year in their first 3 years, had unlimited accrual, and it was cash eligible up to 1,600 hours. This wasn't just time off, it was security. In October, during the 2019-2023 negotiations, OCEA identified this benefit as one of the top two priorities to protect. For 6 months, OCEA leadership vigorously reassured its members they would fight to keep this benefit. In just 13 days, OCEA had a complete turnaround and gave away annual leave. Simultaneously, they distributed a two-page summary which misrepresented facts to secure ratification of the proposed agreement, telling new employees who are already accruing 152 hours per year that under their current MOU, they had to wait a year to accrue vacation. Despite telling this lie, and when confronted with the truth, they could have corrected the record. Watch for yourself. All hours under the annual leave could be used for vacation, correct?
Correct.
Objection.
Oh, sorry.
Initial vacation AL earned?
So that's this one.
So you asked earlier, how does this benefit a new hire? And under the old AL provision, you had to work 2,080 hours before you got any accrual, right? It dropped in after 2,080. A new hire today would start accruing both healthcare and vacation from day one.
So charging party 3 for identification purposes. It's a 2018, 2019 MOU. Go ahead, Mr. Sanchez.
At the time that this was presented to the members, were the employees accruing annual leave hours? Mr. Barfield, can you hear me?
No, you broke up. Say that again.
So at the time that this was presented to the membership, were the employees accruing annual leave hours?
If I believe that there is that 2,080 hour requirement, but
At the time that you distributed the two-page summary to the members, were the employees accruing annual leave?
yes,
Is this a misrepresentation of what's on the 2018-2019 MOU?
Objection. There's yet a question.
Sustained.
Is what's on the two-page summary consistent with the hours that the employees were accruing as defined in the 2018-2019 MOU?
Objection requires legal argument.
Overruled. He's asking if it's the same thing. I'm not gonna ask. He's not asking. For
I believe that it
legal-
is.
Okay,
Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
go ahead. Go ahead. If you're gonna answer, go ahead.
I believe the two-page summary is an accurate depiction.
Body language says it all. But what you just witnessed was OCEA Management doubling down on their lie to secure ratification of a new agreement. And what was the impact of those lies? New employees under the new agreement went from having 152 hours of vacation to just 80. For me, that lie has already cost me approximately $20,000 in a cash eligible benefit that has vanished. This has also impacted all of you on this board. The retirement security of cashing out up to 1,600 hours, worth over $50,000, is now gone. We understand that some losses come through fair and honest negotiation, but this was not that. This was a deliberate scheme which has caused irreparable harm and is not something to be swept under the rug. Management didn't just deceive. They blocked us from verifying the damage. They stripped us of a right that protects our families and our futures, something that costs them nothing, but means everything to us. No empathy, no concern, no apology, just power, clutched tightly. So where do we turn when power is abused and accountability is denied? The courts told us this is an internal union matter. In other words, they handed the responsibility to you. The courts could not review most charges against OCEA because they legally did not have the authority to do so. Essentially, the court expects unions to handle their own misconduct. Today, you will choose whether to stand for justice or turn a blind eye. If you turn your back, you will be rowing in the same boat of deception that is steering away from the members it was meant to protect. We spoke out, not to sow discord, but to confront unethical and unfair treatment. We were told we were wrong for speaking the truth. To this day, OCEA Management has avoided ownership of their misconduct, has denied it ever happened, and has made no public apology. Servant leadership stands up for what is right, even when it is hard. If you remain silent, you're not neutral. You're complicit. I am you, and you are me. Today we may sit on opposite sides of the table, but we carry the same hopes for dignity, for truth, for fairness. The lies that were told hurt all of us, and this was no accident. It was intentional. It was reckless. A betrayal that shattered nearly 2 decades of trust and loyalty. Courage is not required when you have power. Courage is when you can't stand up to power for those with less of it. Is servant leadership just an idea, a promise, or will you prove that it exists in the real world? Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. This quote captures the essence of servant leadership, not a pursuit of control, but a deep commitment to advocate for the needs and preferences of the thousands who place their trust in you. Caring for those you represent means staying true to core values and making sure your actions reflect them. Your authority under OCEA's bylaws and Robert's Rules of Order is real and absolute. It takes just 2 members to bring a motion to the president. With that, you can initiate change, amend policies, and hold those who misled the organization accountable. Let no one within OCEA obstruct your duty. Any attempt to do so would be an abuse of their authority and could be remedied. Rally your courage and do the right thing. Accountability begins with meaningful action. We respectfully ask this board to complete an investigation within 30 days and deliver a written report by May 16, 2025, detailing who was involved, what happened, what steps will be taken to correct any wrongdoing, how those responsible will be held accountable. We ask that the findings and corrective actions be shared with the bargaining unit's labor representatives and with me directly. Each of us here today will follow up with our labor reps and share what we learn with our colleagues. We are not just asking for answers. We're asking for action, which ensures our protection. To protect the integrity of future elections, this board must verify all official materials before sharing them with members. OCEA policy requires members to get the full MOU with all changes clearly disclosed. This ensures employees understand their rights under any new contract. This process must be written into the bylaws, ensuring members can access these materials, digitally or in print, within 48 hours of any request. There should be no barriers between members and their union. Voting integrity is not about contesting outcomes. It's about cementing trust in the process. The claim that union security justifies hiding vote totals isn't just flawed, it's authoritarian. It reflects a fear of transparency from the very people who fund and form this union. When union leaders hide contract details, suppress vote summaries, and dodge accountability, they poison the democratic process. And when those same leaders have a track record of distorting facts and misleading members, it raises a chilling question. Were our votes truly counted or quietly controlled? By publishing vote totals, this board will eliminate the possibility of manipulation by future managers and restore confidence back into OCEA leadership. Today, we stand at a crossroads. One road leads to distrust and division, the other toward restoration, confidence, and strength for our union. Change is not the threat. It is the cure, a cure for everything that separates us. Servant leadership listens, it empathizes, it acts, not out of fear, but in service to those who are in your charge. And while we hope to walk this path with you, know this: the membership is ready, we are united, and we will move forward. The power to lead this change is yours, the responsibility to choose wisely is yours, and the consequences of inaction will be yours. And yes, we will be watching.